My parents told me you're adopted, you get nothing when we die. Then Grandma's lawyer called, she left you $2 million. And a letter about your parents' lies. I drove to their house with a smile. R1. The lawyer's phone call came on a Tuesday morning while I was eating cereal before my shift at the auto parts store. I almost didn't answer. Unknown numbers usually meant debt collectors or telemarketers, and I had enough problems without dealing with either. However, something made me pick up on the fourth ring. Is this Austin Caldwell? The voice was professionally formal. Yeah, that's me. Mr. Caldwell, this is Margaret Stevens from Stevens, Bradley, and Associates. I'm calling regarding the estate of Ella Lehner Caldwell. I believe she was your grandmother. My spoon clattered into my bowl. Grandma Ella Lehner had passed away 6 months ago, and I hadn't been allowed at the funeral. My parents, David and Susan Caldwell, had made it clear that I wasn't welcome. Yes, she was my grandmother, I said carefully. I need to schedule a meeting with you, Mr. Caldwell. There are some matters regarding her will that require your immediate attention. I think there's been a mistake, I said. My parents told me I wasn't included in her will. They said she left everything to them and my brother. There was a pause on the other end of the line. Mr. Caldwell, I think we definitely need to meet. Are you available this afternoon? 2 hours later, I was sitting in a leather chair in Margaret Stevens' law office, staring at documents that made no sense. According to the papers in front of me, my grandmother had left me $2.1 million, her house, and several investment accounts. There must be some mistake, I repeated for the third time. My parents said I was adopted. They said Grandma Ella Lehner wasn't really my grandmother, that she had no obligation to me. Margaret Stevens, a woman in her 60s with kind eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses, looked at me with something that might have been pity. Mr. Caldwell, your grandmother was very specific in her instructions. She wanted me to give you this letter personally. She handed me an envelope with my name written in Grandma Ella Lehner's careful handwriting. My hand shook as I opened it. My dearest Austin, if you're reading this, then I'm gone, and Margaret has finally been able to reach you. I've been trying to see you for the past 3 years, but your parents have made that impossible. I need you to know the truth about everything because the lies your parents have told you are cruel and completely false. You are not adopted. You are my biological grandson, the son of my beloved daughter, Jennifer. Jennifer was your father, David's first wife, and she died in a car accident when you were 2 years old. David remarried Susan 6 months later, and Susan never wanted to acknowledge that you existed. She wanted David to give you up for adoption so they could start fresh with their own children. David, to his shame, went along with his plan. But I fought for you, Austin. I threatened to take them to court for custody. I told them I would expose what they were trying to do to the whole family, the whole community. They kept you, but only because I forced their hand. Susan has resented you ever since. She's the one who told you that you were adopted, who convinced David to treat you differently from Logan and Ashley. Every cruel word, every time they excluded you, every time they made you feel like you didn't belong, that was Susan's doing and David's cowardice and going along with it. I tried to maintain a relationship with you, but Susan made it increasingly difficult. She would cancel visits, refuse to let you answer my calls, and eventually they moved you all across the state specifically to keep you away from me. The last time I saw you, you were 15 years old. I've missed 6 years of your life because of their selfishness. I'm leaving you everything, Austin. Not just because you're my grandson, but because you're the only one in this family who has faced hardship with dignity. I know about the community college, the jobs, the apartment you can barely afford. I know because I hired a private investigator to keep track of you when your parents wouldn't let me see you. I also know that David and Susan have been telling people that my